Heyo YouTube, Flowcat here. It is that time of year yet again for us to welcome our newest Archon into the game. This time around, we have the smallest Archon to date, Nahida, joining us. I hope everybody's having a great 3.2 and enjoying the new Archon quest. It looks pretty insane. I unfortunately have not gotten to it yet, but I will be doing it very soon, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the whole story, main story in Sumeru wraps up. But today's video is going to be about Nahida. If you haven't seen my summons, I have a playlist with all of my streams on it. So even after I enlist them, you can go watch every single stream I've done on YouTube, all in that playlist. Anyway, if you catch my most recent stream, you can see my Nahida summons, and they were bonkers. I got so lucky, and I feel extremely blessed. All I will say, for the sake of this video, is that I ended up with a C2 Nahida. Yeah. Anyway, I'm super excited to show you my Nahida today. I've been working on her with my Sino team, and I just want to show you the kind of insanity that I'm witnessing with my C2 Nahida. Let's get into it. All right, to start things off, I'm going to show you my Nahida. This is her. She's level 85 out of 90, 981 elemental mastery, 38 crit rate plus the 24-ish, so that's about like 60 something, and then 117, so I've got a good like 1 to 2 crit ratio, almost no energy recharge, and I'm running her on sacrificial fragments, and I'm using a 4-piece deepwood memory set, elemental mastery sands, elemental mastery goblet, and an elemental mastery headpiece. Currently her talents are at 666. Let me go through the rest of the team really quick, just so you can see what the rest of my team looks like. We've got Beto. She needs a lot of work. Specifically with artifacts. Kokomi. And my Sino. I'm using Katane Cross Spear on him. Gilded Dreams, C0, 8 and 9. All right, so when I pulled Nahida, one of the first things I did was come over here to Masanori and test out the team's potential against him. Let me just show you.
Let me try my blade. Surrender! I'm ready!
Grow! The Temple of Wisdom, committed to ashes. Hold the line.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned.
Cut down. What's one more?
To ashes. Allow me.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Guilty.
Your penance is due.
Let me try.
Grow. Eyes on me. Share my knowledge. Allow me.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Guilty.
Your penance is due.
Committed to memory. To ashes. Hold the line.
Judgment is upon you.
Guilty.
Make yourselves at home.
Keepers.
Allow me.
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due. You stand condemned. Your penance is due.
Grow. Eyes on me. The Temple of Wisdom. Hold the line.
Judgment is upon you.
Guilty.
As you can see, Nahida is doing a fantastic job in this team. I was previously using Dendro Traveler, but Dendro Traveler is a burst dependent character. Nahida is like Albedo, it's just 100% uptime on a skill that you can refresh constantly. So it's perfect for a team like this where you have Sino who needs a lot of field time. You just pop Nahida's skill and you're like good to go. I did want to show my Sino's stats when he's like fully buffed up by the shrine and everything on the team, because he hits almost 900 elemental mastery and I'm hitting like nearly 50,000 damage on my quick blooms. Like I think it's like 48,000 something. I'm gonna show you an image. The reason I'm hitting so much damage with those Dendro reactions is because of the C2. There's a 20% chance that the hyper blooms can crit, and that can result in me jumping from a 24,000 hyper bloom to a 48,000 hyper bloom. Now again, that's a 20% chance, but you also have to consider the fact that this is a team that's also using quicken, aggravate, and spread, which means that the enemies have a constant 30% defense decrease. I'm running Sacrificial Greatsword on my Beto just so that I have more parry potential. I'm running Kitang Cross Spear on my Sino. It's a fantastic weapon for him. Has EM as a secondary stat, increases elemental skill damage, and this energy recharge effect is fantastic. And that's why you see me using Sino's skill right after Nahida to get that ramping up so that he has full energy by the time I get back to him. I did want to point out that my Beto only has like 40 elemental mastery. The reason why my Beto doesn't need elemental mastery and I don't have to worry about her stealing all the hyper blooms, it's because Beto's burst is not AoE, it's direct damage. So she actually does not steal the blooms on the ground with her burst. That means that Sino is the one hitting every single bloom core and he's the one triggering the reactions. So when he jumps up to nearly 900 elemental mastery, he's hitting big damage. Now there is a variation of this team that you can do. You can swap out these two units and instead you can use Kuki and Yelan.
It's time to pull the trigger.
I've heard that this is also a good option because you have triple elemental mastery on your Kuki. You don't have to worry about which one is triggering the hyper blooms, whether it's Sino or Kuki. They're both going to do good damage as long as you have elemental mastery built. And now with Nahida buffing up your elemental mastery and all this other nonsense, it's just ridiculous. I won't lie to you, I had a lot of trouble playing my Sino team before Nahida came out. Previously, I was using Dendro Traveler as my Dendro applicator, and to be honest, the team just felt clunky. It was kind of cumbersome to have to like build up the burst. I would have had to use Beto's burst, Traveler's burst, and Sino's burst all at the same time, and that's a lot of energy that you have to funnel after you're done, which makes the rotations feel really clunky. I'm noticing that with this team, with Nahida, even if I don't have her shrine up, I can still go through the full rotation with no energy problems, and maybe I only get the shrine once every other rotation or something like that. But once I build up my Nahida's energy recharge some more, I'm sure that it won't be a problem. I'm also planning on working on my Beto's artifacts because they're kind of poo-poo right now. They're not very great. But the team is already shredding Masanori, and I'm excited to take it into Abyss this next cycle. I know that I showcased some C2 stuff today with Nahida, but I do just want to say that she is an extremely solid unit at C0. So if you're like a free-to-play or you're a light spender, if you have C0 Nahida, you're fine. Maybe work on getting C2 over time. You can get C1, C2 on rerun, perhaps. I just know that when Raiden came out and everyone saw how powerful her C2 was, like the entire community went bankrupt trying to roll for that C2. Don't ruin your summoning plans over a constellation. If you were happy with C0 Nahida and you really genuinely don't need the C2, please don't pull the C2. Go ahead and save your Primo Gems for other units that are coming up. I'm sure we're gonna have still even more units to come that we don't even know about. So just stick to your plans and don't let the hype make decisions for you. Nahida, again, is a fantastic unit at C0 and she does not need the constellations. It's really just like one of those fun factors like, oh my gosh, look how crazy this is kind of constellations. Anyway, that's going to bring us to the end of the video. Just wanted to showcase my Nahida and do all that wonderful stuff. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on the video, sub, do all that wonderful stuff. We have a friendly Discord. I know that sounds oxymoronic, but it's actually true. The link will be in the description. It will also be in the pinned comment. And make sure you guys leave me a comment down below. Let me know what teams are you using with your Nahidas, and let me know like what kind of stuff you guys think is fun to try. She's an extremely flexible unit and it's cool. She's like Albedo. She can fit in a ton of different teams. So I'm sure there's a lot of shenanigans going on right now with people testing out her kit. And as always, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Peace.